there is a moment when all you see is fog. When the answers you're looking for, the insights, the way forward, are clouded from view. But this is not that moment. This is a moment of realization, of discovery, of truth. This is the moment the path is illuminated. The moment you clearly see what works and what doesn't. When you figure out how to fix it. This is the moment that was right in front of you all along. This is the moment we bring Watson to marketing. This is the moment everything changes.
My name's Hugh Riley. I'm the founder and CEO of thatchannel.com. And thatchannel.com is an internet TV station. And what does that mean? Well, that's a question that we've been exploring for the last 11 years. We're not coming from an old paradigm. We started in the new paradigm, the internet paradigm. So what the message of commercial television is that the audience exists to be exploited by those commercial interests or who's ever paying for the advertising. The way we do it is that we view marketing as community building. So what makes us different is that instead of exploiting our audience, we're trying to serve our audience. So we're serving entrepreneurs, businesses, organizations, artists, musicians, people that are passionate about trying to achieve their goals and objectives, whatever they are, and we want to serve those people by using this medium to help them get the word out about what they're doing to other people. Come down, visit our studios at thatchannel.com at Bay and Dundas, and come and see what we're doing. Come on one of our shows. That channel can help your business, because what we can allow or enable is every business to use television to communicate.
Television, internet television, and new media, all in one place. We can help you produce and distribute your content to every device on the planet. NovaVision TV, specialists in cinematographic television productions with airtime available on Rogers and Bell. ThatChannel.com, internet television studios broadcasting from 600 Bay Street, 5th floor, downtown Toronto. And New Media Star.tv, specialists in digital technology and new media. Professional content for all your enterprise and entertainment television and internet television needs. Television programs start at $1,500. Internet TV programs start at $500. Digital services start at $3,500. Airtime's extra. Fill out an audition application for a customized production outline. Financing available OAC.
My name is Deborah Stern, and I work for ProMujer International. ProMujer is an organization that works with low-income women in Latin America. We integrate microfinance and financial inclusion services with healthcare services and with empowerment training and education. The women that we serve, they may not have any sort of business at all. They may be living very much at the poverty level, and we provide micro loans, and many of our clients advance from eking out a living to having a small stall in the market, as an example, to potentially opening up a shop and employing other people and employing their children. So Alejandra works out of the Managua office. She works on communications there. One of the challenges and opportunities that we have is to really collect the on-the-ground stories of what's happening and to plan donor visits. Hi, Alejandra.
Hola Alejandra.
Hola, Débora.
Hello Deborah.
How are you?
¿Cómo estás?
One of the challenges of being in the role that I'm in is that we do need to communicate to our field offices. I'm not a fluent Spanish speaker, so being able to talk with Alejandra using Translator has been really terrific because we've been making real plans, we've been doing real work, but we've also been building a relationship. So we have to plan our trip.
Entonces tenemos que planear nuestra visita.
I'm really looking forward to coming.
Realmente estoy con ansias de venir.
So tell me something about the clients you've selected.
Cuéntame algo sobre los clientes que has elegido.
Visitaremos unas clientas que producen miel y han invitado a otras mujeres de su comunidad a unirse con ellas.
We will visit some clients who are working in honey production. And they have invited other women in their community to join them.
I wanted to just get a little bit more information about Gloria's background.
Quiero conseguir más información sobre la historia de Gloria.
Era una mujer muy pobre cuando empezó con ProMujer. Inició con un pequeño puesto de tortillas.
She was a very poor woman when she started in the group of Pro Mujer. She started with a small stand of tortillas.
Ahora tiene un segundo negocio en la terminal de buses.
Now she has a second shop at the bus terminal.
Quiere mejorar su negocio
She wants to improve her business
y darle mejores condiciones de vida a sus hijos.
and give better life conditions to her children.
She started it from the very beginning and it's grown to be the size it is now.
Ella lo comenzó desde el inicio y ha crecido al tamaño de ahora.
Many of these women only went to primary school. Their children are graduating high school, going on to college, going on to technical school, starting their own businesses, very much role models for their children.
Eso es lo que mueve a las mujeres.
That is what drives women,
Preparar a sus hijos para que fueran a la escuela.
to prepare their children to go to school.
Exactly.
Exactamente.
We've just bonded more through it. We're each speaking our own language. We have just been able to talk more fluidly. It's enabled us to become better friends. Pro Mujer women are fundamentally very courageous, very brave. It's really about unleashing that human spirit, that human potential, that is really the avenue to the future we all want.
Y eso es importante porque estamos sacando cada día a más mujeres de la pobreza.
And that's important because each day we are getting more women out of poverty.
I live in a nameless town. No need to wander around. I live in a nameless town. Blackout. Midnight, where we used to dance. Underneath the earthly halogen lamps. All went away so fast.
IBM's Watson is at the forefront of a new era of computing, cognitive computing. It's a radically new kind of computing, very different from the programmable systems that preceded it, as different as those systems were from the tabulating machines of a century ago. Conventional computing solutions, based on mathematical principles that emanate from the 1940s, are programmed based on rules and logic intended to derive mathematically precise answers, often following a rigid decision tree approach. But with today's wealth of big data and the need for more complex, evidence-based decisions, such a rigid approach often breaks or fails to keep up with available information. Cognitive computing enables people to create a profoundly new kind of value, finding answers and insights locked away in volumes of data. Whether we consider a doctor diagnosing a patient, a wealth manager advising a client on their retirement portfolio, or even a chef creating a new recipe, they need new approaches to put into context the volume of information they deal with on a daily basis in order to derive value from it. This process serves to enhance human expertise. Watson and its cognitive capabilities mirror some of the key cognitive elements of human expertise. Systems that reason about problems like a human does. When we as humans seek to understand something and to make a decision, we go through 4 key steps. First, we observe visible phenomena and bodies of evidence. Second, we draw on what we know to interpret what we're seeing, to generate hypotheses about what it means. Third, we evaluate which hypotheses are right or wrong. Finally, we decide, choosing the option that seems best and acting accordingly. Just as humans become experts by going through the process of observation, evaluation, and decision-making, cognitive systems like Watson use similar processes to reason about the information they read. Watson can also do this at massive speed and scale. So how does Watson do it? Unlike conventional approaches to computing, which can only handle neatly organized structured data, such as what is stored in a database, Watson can understand unstructured data, which is 80% of data today, all of the information that is produced primarily by humans for other humans to consume. This includes everything from literature, articles, research reports, to blogs, posts, and tweets. While structured data is governed by well-defined fields that contain well-specified information, Watson relies on natural language, which is governed by rules of grammar, context, and culture. It's implicit, ambiguous, complex, and a challenge to process. While all human language is difficult to parse, certain idioms can be particularly challenging. In English, for instance, we can feel blue because it's raining cats and dogs, while we're filling in a form someone asked us to fill out. When it comes to text, Watson doesn't just look for keyword matches or synonyms like a search engine. It actually reads and interprets text like a person. It does this by breaking down a sentence grammatically, relationally, and structurally, discerning meaning from the semantics of the written material. Watson understands context. This is very different than simple speech recognition, which is how a computer translates human speech into a set of words. Watson tries to understand the real intent of the user's language and uses that understanding to possibly extract logical responses and draw inferences to potential answers through a broad array of linguistic models and algorithms. When Watson goes to work in a particular field, it learns the language, the jargon, and the mode of thought of that domain. Take the term cancer, for instance. There are many different types of cancer, and each type has different symptoms and treatments. However, those symptoms can also be associated with diseases other than cancer. Treatments can have side effects and affect people differently depending on many factors. Watson evaluates standard of care practices and thousands of pages of literature that capture the best science in the field. And from all of that, Watson identifies the therapies that offer the best choices for the doctor to consider in their treatment of the patient. With the guidance of human experts, Watson collects the knowledge required to have literacy in a particular domain, what's called a corpus of knowledge. Collecting a corpus starts with loading the relevant body of literature into Watson. Building the corpus also requires some human intervention to cull through the information and discard anything that is out of date, poorly regarded, or immaterial to the problem domain. We refer to this as curating the content. Next, the data is pre-processed by Watson, building indices and other metadata that make working with that content more efficient. This is known as ingestion. At this time, Watson may also create a knowledge graph to assist in answering more precise questions. Now that Watson has ingested the corpus, it needs to be trained by a human expert to learn how to interpret the information. To learn the best possible responses and acquire the ability to find patterns, Watson partners with experts who train it in using an approach called machine learning. An expert will upload training data into Watson in the form of question-answer pairs that serve as ground truth. This doesn't give Watson explicit answers for every question it will receive, but rather teaches it the linguistic patterns of meaning in the domain. Once Watson has been trained on QA pairs, it continues to learn through ongoing interaction. Interactions between users and Watson are periodically reviewed by experts and fed back into the system to help Watson better interpret information. Likewise, as new information is published, Watson is updated so that it's constantly adapting to shifts in knowledge and linguistic interpretation in any given field. Watson is now ready to respond to questions about highly complex situations and quickly provide a range of potential responses and recommendations that are backed by evidence. It's also prepared to identify new insights or patterns locked away in information. From metallurgists looking for new alloys to researchers looking to develop more effective drugs, human experts are using Watson to uncover new possibilities in data and make better evidence-based decisions. Across all of these different applications, there is a common approach that Watson follows. After identifying parts of speech in a question or inquiry, it generates hypotheses. Watson then looks for evidence to support or refute the hypotheses. It scores each passage based on statistical modeling for each piece of evidence, known as weighted evidence scores. Watson estimates its confidence based on how high the response is rated during evidence scoring and ranking. In essence, Watson is able to run analytics against a body of data to glean insights, which Watson can turn into inspirations, allowing human experts to make better and more informed decisions. Across an organization, Watson scales and democratizes expertise by surfacing accurate responses and answers to an inquiry or question. Watson also accelerates expertise by surfacing a set of possibilities from a large body of data, saving valuable time. Today, Watson is revolutionizing the way we make decisions, become experts, and share expertise in fields as diverse as law, medicine, and even cooking. Further, Watson is discovering and offering answers and patterns we hadn't known existed faster than any person or group of people ever could, in ways that make a material difference every day. Most important of all, Watson learns, adapts, and keeps getting smarter. It actually gains value with age by learning from its interactions with us and from its own successes and failures, just like we do. So, now that you know how it works, how do these ideas inspire how you work? How can Watson make you a better expert? What will you do with Watson?
Television, internet television, and new media all in one place. We can help you produce and distribute your content to every device on the planet. NovaVision TV, specialists in cinematographic television productions with airtime available on Rogers and Bell. FatChannel.com, internet television studios broadcasting from 600 Bay Street, 5th floor, downtown Toronto. And New Media Startup TV, specialists in digital technology and new media. Professional content for all your enterprise and entertainment television and internet television needs. Television programs start at $1,500. Internet TV programs start at $500. Digital services start at $3,500. Airtime's extra. Fill out an audition application for a customized production outline. Financing available, OAC.
Look around. Technology is all around us. We use it in every aspect of our lives. It enables us to do amazing things. But what if we could go further? What if we could go beyond the screen? Where your digital world is blended with your real world. Now we can. This is the world with holograms. What will they enable us to do? New ways to visualize our work.
I have an idea for the fuel tank.
New ways to share ideas with each other.
How are things going your end?
I just put the images in OneDrive.
Perfect.
More immersive ways to play. New ways to teach and learn.
So put the new trap in the place of the old one.
Now what?
And tighten here and here.
New ways to collaborate and explore the places we've never been.
Look at this formation. Let's take a closer look.
And new ways to create the things we imagine. Because when you change the way you see the world, you can change the world you see. This is Microsoft HoloLens.
We explain the Microsoft Financing Solutions. This is Ralph. Ralph is the managing director of an industrial enterprise, and he's torn. He knows that some machinery desperately needs to be replaced. At the same time, he would like to invest in IT, communication, and security, as his head of IT, Richard, is recommending the new Office package, Lync, and SharePoint to him, as well as the replacement of some of the PCs. Ralph knows that both investment areas are important if he wants to remain competitive. For this reason, head of purchasing, Christian, has already been calculating investment plans for days. But he cannot find any way of investing in everything at the same time without putting the company's liquidity at risk. Until he discovers the financing solutions from Microsoft. Microsoft Financing Solutions allow Christian to personalize the payments for Microsoft software solutions to suit the needs of his company. This means that Ralph does not need to decide between IT and machinery. Christian now has complete flexibility. He can pay the first installment now or wait until the next financial year. Whatever he decides, Richard has the software and hardware available to use immediately. This means the new IT costs only arise once the company has benefited from the new communication technologies. So it was evident that Christian would decide on an increasing payment plan. In addition, he can pay the payments monthly, quarterly, or annually, depending on the cash flow of his company and what is most suitable. But what would happen if Richard wanted to purchase Microsoft software and partner software solutions from other Microsoft partners? No problem. The personalized financing plan covers all positions, even if they are purchased from different manufacturers. Ralph is delighted. The Microsoft Financing Solution allows him to purchase new software when he needs it, and he only needs to pay for it when the investment pays off. A great solution.
We want every meeting to be great, where things just click where ideas flow and work gets done. The problem is, technology hasn't been designed for the way we want to work together until now. With Microsoft Surface Hub, you can unlock the power of the group. You can walk up and share your ideas on a canvas as big as your imagination. You can touch the data you need to make key decisions on the spot. And anyone can pick up a pen to help drive the conversation. It's a platform that brings the tools you rely on to the center of the discussion and lets you interact in new ways. Whenever you need, you can bring the right person into a critical session. Meetings become more engaging and productive, and you can take your ideas with you when you leave the room. So make every meeting great. Introducing Microsoft Surface Hub. Unlock the power of the group.
Hi, Doug. How can I help?
Ironside New Media, specialists in new media digital solutions. Our programs are simple. Think, build, then sell. As IBM business partners, we are developing with Watson and the Digital Marketing Cloud. As Microsoft partners, we develop under the Universal Windows Platform, Office, and HoloLens. Our Apple development for our most creative projects and all that Google has to offer. So get the best of all the technology worlds, plus our leading edge marketing and sales solutions. Log in and register to attend our Meetup Mondays, Training Tuesdays, and our Sales Stage Wednesdays. To find out more, log into fintechhub.tv for all your finance and technology needs.